He's just a little guy. He's just a little wizard guy. Hello and welcome back to Escapism Stories. I'm your host Faye. This is Amiko, and today we need to talk about how cute these little crocs are. Look at them! They're Animal Crossing crocs. I had to get them when I found out about the new Animal Crossing update, which is coming out on the 15th of January next week. I then went down a little rabbit hole on how much I loved Animal Crossing, and I had to buy them. Aren't they so cute? Aren't they so cute? They have a teeny tiny house on them. Look at the tiny house. They're just so cute. And look, the heel is the water. And look at that one. Honestly, I just got way too excited. So that's why we decided on today's episode of Escapism Stories to kind of look at some cryptid stories that people have written about on Reddit. So let's do it. Let's get into it. The first story we have comes from the subreddit r/cryptids, and it's by someone called Aggressive Height 53. So that's fun. Aggressive Height 50. Amiko is already out. She is already out. Okay. The first story is called Rain Wizard, Little Known Florida Cryptid. And it comes with this picture, which you can see on the screen. This guy looks straight out of Jim Henson. Look at him with his little legs and his fluffy little body and his little witch hat. Who is he? A side note about cryptids. I had to look up kind of what the definition of a cryptid was. And it's just kind of a creature or an animal that's not known to the scientific community, as there is just lack of evidence for them. I think that's a very good, accurate description. I don't know where this little picture came from, but I just think he's the cutest little thing in the world. And the story says, I've always loved cryptids, but I've noticed something odd. I'm having trouble finding anything online about my favorite cryptid, and I'm probably using the wrong name to look it up. I'm wondering if you all know if it goes by a different name or if it's just one of those lesser known cryptids. Me and my friends have been calling it the Florida Rain Wizard. He does look like a little rain wizard. Look at him. I don't know why, I just think this thing is so cute. I think if I saw it in real life, yeah, that's absolutely terrifying. But look at him with his little hat and his little long skinny legs. So cute. But given the lack of pages online, I've probably got the name wrong. Its name may be something Spanish, I can't remember. I first read about it in middle school whilst waiting at the public library for my folks to pick me up. A book about supernatural stuff in Florida, Spook Hill, Skunk Ape, stuff like that. I forgot about it until after college, where an elderly co-worker at the bookstore I worked at talked about it again. A Cuban gentleman in his then late 80s, and a longtime Miami native who loved telling us stories about South Florida back in the 50s and such. Both real histories and folktales and supernatural stuff. Also told us the bookstore was haunted by a ghost of a woman called Blanca, but that's a different story. A few other Florida natives I've spoken to remember hearing stories about it. According to what I've heard about the Rain Wizard, it's some kind of human-sized cryptid with long pale frog legs. Some say it's pale blue, some pale white, others kind of tan. As far as I understand, something like a Cuban tree frog legs. Oh my god, okay, we're gonna look up what a Cuban tree frog is. What is that? What do they look like? Look at them, they're so cute. Oh my god, look at his little leg. What is that pose? Okay, they're just like, oh, they're so sweet. How cute are they? I don't know, there is something about frogs that are just so cute with their like big round beady eyes and their little hands. Just so cute. Although they feel slimy, so they're not actually that cute to hold. Unless you're into the slime, I don't know. I'm not, but they are really cute. They are very cute. Okay, so the Florida Rain Wizard is just like a hybrid of a frog / fluffy guy. He's just a fluffy guy. Back to the story. A body covered in iridescent blue-black feathers with a tall, pointy, wide-brimmed, wizard-looking hat. So this is quite the striking guy. So he's like a human-sized, frog-legged, feathery guy wearing a hat. Just walking around. I mean, is it a creature? Would you say this is a creature? Or is it a human just in a real jazzy outfit? I mean, it could be. It probably could be. And from the shadow of the hat, it has glowing green eyes. Okay, so it really is like a cross between a human and a frog. Frogs have green eyes, right? I'm pretty sure I just saw, yeah, they have green eyes. Okay, so we're gonna go with human slash frog slash just a fancy guy. He's just a fancy fashion guy with his feathery outfit and pointy hat. He's just so fashion. He is so fashion. It only comes out when it rains and largely can be seen perching on telephone poles, cell and radio towers. Can jump crazy high. I had a friend swear she saw it when visiting. Okay, so that makes sense why he's called the Rain Wizard, as he's only coming out during the rain. Weird that he perches up high. What's he looking for? What's he doing? Me and my friends joke it likes listening in, and that's why it hangs out on cell towers. Oh, so he just likes people watching. I mean, I love people watching. That's one of my favorite things, just to sit in a cafe, just drinking like coffee and looking out the window and just watching people do their day-to-day lives. That's fun. Oh, that's what he likes to do. He's not causing anyone harm. He's just weird. He uses the hat like a satellite dish. As far as I can tell, stories about this thing only started turning up in the late 80s and early 90s. So definitely a newer cryptid, but that's still weird that I can't find it anywhere online. I need help finding out what it's actually called, and I want to know more about it. I can't even find images of it online. I tried hunting down that book I read back in middle school, but to no avail. Not helped by the fact that libraries in South Florida are suffering. Any help on finding more information on this thing would be great. I want to know more about this guy. He's just a fashionable tree man who just likes to people watch. And he's like a little wizard. I like it. Let's see what the comments say. That's really cool. I'm glad Florida gets such a cool cryptid. Yeah, me too. He's just a little guy. He's just a little wizard guy. From the description, if I'd had to give an explanation, it might be an unknown species of bird. Feathers of course line up, bird legs could be mistaken for frog legs, and some birds have green eye reflections. I mean, fair, can see it being a bird. One of those kind of really weird birds, like maybe part of the ostrich family, because they have really long legs, don't they? And then their feathery body. And then their quite intimidating face, maybe? Not sure about the hat though. Maybe a feathered mating display similar to that of various birds of paradise. Of course, with the size, it would have to be a previously unknown species. It reminds me of terror birds, and their closest living relative, the Sarima. Maybe one evolved to be lighter and able to jump and perch. Also, maybe it only hunts during the rain because the conditions might give it an advantage for some reason. Or maybe its prey only comes out in the rain. Cool cryptid, would love to see more of it. Okay, I need to look up what a terror bird is and a Sarima bird. I kind of feel like this is turning into us just looking up animals. Okay, first terror bird. What is a terror bird? Oh, wow. Okay, so that they just, okay, wow. They look like a T-Rex turned into a bird. That's literally a T-Rex just evolving. The T-Rex evolved more into the bird. Wow, those are huge as well. I mean, maybe it's a terror bird. That's cool. And let's see what a Sarima is. And we're back. My camera died. But before I left, we were mid looking at the Sarima bird, which was mentioned in the comment. This guy has got super long legs. And he's got the most jazzy little thing on his nose. I think they're really cute. I can't see that these were actually the cryptid because they're not human size. They are not black and blue feathers. They haven't got a hat on. But who knows? Could these people have mistaken the rain wizard for one of these birds? Maybe. Let's see what the other comments had to say. Looks like Vivi from Final Fantasy IX. He is older and in the middle of a catastrophic binge. I mean, yeah, I can see that. I can see that. Minus the feathers, but he's got the hat. So yeah, maybe it could be Vivi from Final Fantasy. Like a Vivi-esque figure. And another comment says, as far as I understand, Florida is home and could be the home of numerous amount of cryptids. This is being due to the vast majority of wildlife sanctuaries. The Everglades is home to a wonderfully diverse ecosystem. You may find your local skunk ape hanging about. Stories of larger-than-life anacondas, predators, and numerous going bump in the night. As far as this guy, I'll follow him. Takes my soul or not, it will probably be an adventure. Okay, what's a skunk ape? Like, I've just seen the comment below that says, never heard of them, have heard of the skunk ape though. Okay, so now we're gonna go down a rabbit hole and find out what a skunk ape is. Okay. Okay. So we have ended up back on Reddit, in r/cryptids. And this is from 3 years ago, with the author being called Notorious Fox 125. And it says, is this picture of the skunk ape genuine? And, oh. Okay, so as you can see on the screen, I mean, it kind of looks like maybe a chimpanzee. I don't think you get chimpanzees in Florida. Or maybe it's something about the eyes. Like the eyes don't look like an animal eyes. There's no black pupils, so I mean, this could be photoshopped. This definitely could be. What am I thinking? Do I think this is genuine? Ooh, I don't know. It doesn't feel real. I think because there's no like, there's nothing in the eyes, and all animals, they have something in their eyes that makes you feel like they're alive, and this doesn't. But then it could be the flash. Then this thing looks like it's on the ground, and I don't think chimpanzees hang out on the ground. But it could be. Like, what if it is like one of those escaped chimpanzees? Maybe? Maybe? I don't know, I'm reaching. I want to see what the comments say on this one. I lived in the area, and based on the size of the wild surrounding it, I would say that it's possible for creatures like this to live there without being found. This photo feels very genuine, and the story behind it as well. The person who took it wanted the little shiz to stop eating her fruit and inadvertently captured a photo of a crypto legend. The Floridan elderly community is hilarious like that. Okay. Okay, so this isn't this person's original picture. I've never seen this before. Okay, another comment says, and it looks like it's taken from an article of some sort, and they have said, more than 3 veteran Sasquatch investigators in Florida have investigated and determined that the Mayaka photograph was a masked individual in a baggy-led costume and deemed a hoax. The imagination of creativity cryptozoology writers ran away with themselves on this one. It's wishful thinking, wholly a misidentification, a hoax, call it what you like. There are no mysterious Mayaka creatures in Florida. There are no fossil records of apes in Florida. Apes are quadrupeds, while a Bigfoot, aka Sasquatch or skunk ape, is a biped, classifying it as a hominin, not a prongid. Even if there were feral or escaped apes from primate facilities or circuses managing to live off the fruitless Everglades, they are not related to Florida's hominid, upright, walking, hairy creature, wrote Short. Okay, so yeah, that is a good point. So it couldn't have been just an escaped chimpanzee as my theory. But they do kind of walk sometimes upright. And this is just a still photo. But interesting, this has already been deemed a hoax, so that's fine. They then go on to say, in addition, a May 2006 letter from Misuko Choden, primate specialist in Japan, revealed the Mayaka ape is a costume familiar to them in assorted colors with plastic teeth molded in fashion of great apes. She went on to say the subject of the Mayaka photo expressed no body, arm, or leg definition that would lend itself to great apes. Okay, so this is just a full-on hoax. And maybe this old lady didn't know, so maybe someone was just winding her up, just stealing her fruit, and she had no idea, so maybe she didn't know this was a hoax. Maybe she believed it was real. Okay, we've now learned about what a skunk ape is. A skunk ape is, I guess, Florida's Bigfoot. So that's interesting. Okay, I'm gonna go back to the original post on the rain wizard. One of the comments says, "That's just a Florida man out on a stroll. He is very proud of his beard." Maybe that's what he is. Maybe that's what he is. It's just a guy. He's just a guy living his life. That's what he is. I saw this crazy post yesterday. Okay, I'm gonna click on it. What did I see today? Oh no. Okay, so we've now been taken to r/UFOs. God, what a rabbit hole we're going down. And it says, "What did I see today?" And the author is Gidloff. Okay. Oh. What is that? It looks like a bird. And now it looks like some leaves. And now it looks like a bird. Okay. This is what it says. "I was taking my flight from Munich to Hamburg this morning at 7 a.m. and I saw two objects which I thought were blackbirds in the beginning, but they were moving in a strange way. Then I did these pictures and I was shocked. The stewardess was shocked as well and brought me to the captain, which was also confused. Can anyone explain? This is so scary. The time was taken at 7:40 a.m. on Christmas Eve. Just gone." That's weird. It does look like a bird though. It does look like a bird. Maybe it's the rain wizard and he went on holiday to Germany, maybe? And he lost his hat. Maybe he lost his hat on his journey. So he flew from Florida, he went on his holiday, he landed in Munich, and you know, he just lost his hat. He lost his hat on the travel over there. And maybe this is him flying around trying to find it. Maybe. Let's see what the comments have to say. I've seen pictures of these things a few times now. Definitely very strange. I mean, yeah, it is strange. I really like the fact that it could be like the rain wizard had just gone on holiday. He just wanted to go to Europe. He wanted to spend some time in Europe, just exploring. And maybe that's what's happened. Somebody else put, "I took this video 2 years ago over Nevada, looks similar." Oh no. This is yet another Reddit rabbit hole we're about to go down. Okay, so before I play it, we're still in r/UFOs. It says, this is by Nordy09, and the title is, "Saw something about a year ago while flying over Utah, Nevada area." Okay, let's press play. Is there any sound? I mean, yeah, it kind of looks like the picture that the other people just took. It looks exactly like it. It kind of looks like in Harry Potter, and you know the Dementors when they're like flying along. This looks straight up like a Dementor. Yeah, this looks straight up like a Dementor. Yeah, I'm calling it. Harry Potter's real. Dementors are real. If it's real, I feel really sad that I then didn't get a letter. Meow, 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 meow. Meow, meow, meow. Maybe I'm just a muggle. Meow, meow. Oh no. Imagine if Harry Potter was real and this is how we found out, just from Reddit, because someone filmed a Dementor just flying around. Maybe the rain wizard was just a Dementor on holiday. I mean, okay, before we go down any more rabbit holes, all I'm gonna say is I think this is a Dementor. This specific one is a Dementor. I think that the rain wizard went to Munich on holiday and just lost his hat. And I think the rain wizard is fun, and I hope he's real because he didn't seem to be doing anything wrong. He was just there people watching, just enjoying his time in Florida. He's got his little hat on. He's got a fabulous outfit on of the black and blue feathers. And maybe that's all it is. That's all this is. So that was our little rabbit hole. We went down into cryptids today, and that's all we've got time for. But I'll see you in the next one. Bye!